Hello, and welcome back to the Dungeons & Dragons Podcast UK. My name is Yazmin, and I will be the DM.
Hi, my name's Samantha. I play Elora Greyvale, a sorcerer from Nephalia.
Hello, I'm Colin Robinson, and I play Cuin de Greymont, a paladin from Gavany.
Hi, I'm Ryan, and I play Ogvar, a ranger from Kessig.
After Ogvar's fantastic finale to the face, we rejoin the team with the basement brawl finally behind them. A captive candlestick and a trash tapestry left in their wake, the Skursdog Scourge was scuppered, and the team trudged back upstairs to unveil what was very nearly their undoing. Episode 28, Green Gems and Flying Friends.
Okay, so going to go over and have a look at the potions, I suppose.
Yeah, we'll walk over and see what she was up to in the corner.
Oh yeah, good idea.
Yeah. There is a cauldron in the corner, bubbling away. It's full of even you can't recognise it. And it's full of some weird, dark, sticky kind of looking liquid, and there's all sorts of bits and bobs. You can imagine she's probably using them as potion ingredients, but they don't look like you'd put them in the potion. They are very clearly bits of monsters, bits of unidentifiable goo. They look disgusting. It's clearly something completely evil is going on here.
Right.
We're over there, are we now?
Is this cauldron bubbling? Is there a fire under it?
Yeah, it's there's no longer a fire underneath it, but it is still hot, so the liquid inside is bubbling, but it smells something foul. There's all sorts of random cut up bits of things on the table.
Ooh, proper cultist territory.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, this is not nice.
You can see there's some ratty bedding in one corner by the table. It's like mouldy. You can see the bed bugs jumping off of it.
This is nasty. She's been living down here. I don't even want to know what it is she's been eating. So, yeah, this needs to be disposed of. At least it's not still lit underneath it anymore. So this just leave it to go cold.
Oh, yes, I agree.
This isn't our job to clean up. So,
Okay.
I guess, can we inspect round? I'm going to go and inspect round the wine bottles and stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything else in this room that...
No, the wine bottles are all as they should be. She hasn't actually touched any of the wine bottles.
Right.
You can't see any empty bottles anywhere, so...
Okay.
But the rackings of bottles, they seem dusty, they seem undisturbed. Nothing else really is untoward in this place. It was just her.
And this is just a random fountain in the room?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just a source of water.
Okay.
Okay. What's going on with the wine vats?
The wine vats, you knock on the side of them, they sound full. There's no damage to them, no perceptible damage. So,
Cuin, I reckon you should go through this other door, see what's through this other door at the end of this room.
That one?
No. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, we've not...
So, I'm
Right.
going to...
So we head through there.
so you open that door and you've just looped back round to where you were originally.
Yeah, so we recognise where we are.
Yeah, you
Oh,
realise
right.
you're in that first room again. It's just looped round.
I think we've completed a circuit here. I think we've cleared this place out. We're just back.
Yeah, well, yeah, so should we just double check on that old candlestick?
Yeah, what should we do with that?
Well, if it stopped moving, then obviously her power is
Well,
diminished.
that's also true. It depends on whether it's now on its own, or whether she's. It depends on whether it's given it kind of sentience or what. I don't know.
So-
We go back through to the corridor.
Yep.
Check the drawer. Is it
Yeah,
moving?
is it moving?
No, the door's fallen silent. It's no longer rattling.
No, there we go. Seems like...
No, do you want to open it and find out? We're going to have to find out. We said we'd clear this place out, so...
okay, I'll open it.
Yep.
So I'll open it.
Yeah, it's just a candlestick in the drawer. It's stopped moving. It doesn't respond.
Seems it appears that that's it.
Right, I'm going to take the candle.
Okay.
Well, was the candlestick in a hold?
It's a candelabra which is moving,
Candelabra.
like a little...
There's candles in it.
Yes.
Okay.
Right, I'll take the candle. How many candles are there in it?
3.
Right, I'm going to take the candles and I'm going to put them in my backpack.
Okay.
Okay.
Another light source.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Shall we head back up and tell him what happened?
Yeah, I think that's the case. I think we've certainly done the job for him, and we've done it without really damaging anything of his. To be fair, yeah.
Well, unless that
reckon.
was his mother.
Well, yeah. Well, he'll probably thank us for getting rid of her. Right.
Okay.
So we'll go back up the steps.
Yeah.
Through the door.
And Callum.
We left the key in the door.
Yeah.
Presumably.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, we'll go back up. And
You get to the top of the stairs, and you can see Callum stood there. He's wringing his hands nervously, pacing backwards and forth, and he goes, "Oh, that was remarkably quick. Is everyone all right? Is it sorted?"
Well, I could do with a few plasters, I think, but yeah, you wouldn't have wanted to go down there. There's some Scursday cultist witch down there, in she's been living in there, mate.
My lord!
There's a cauldron with all kinds of nasties in it that you're going to have to dispose of, but
Oh, good lord!
I'd get someone in to do that that's got a strong stomach if I were you, Callum. But
how did she get in? Is there any idea how she got in?
nothing that we could see. She must have got in through the house. I mean, I can't see any other. We've gone through all the rooms systematically, and it's now cleared out. There was a rat, and that's been killed. We've extinguished that as well. And she'd animated some objects down there, which is why you had a problem before. But they've now been dealt with. There's not much damage down there. We've managed to sort it out fairly well. We did find a few potions down there, if you don't mind.
No.
We'd like to take those.
If they're still good, take them. It's more than enough. I can't believe there was a cultist in my basement.
Yeah, well, there was nothing else of any value down there at all. So just lots of really nice furniture, but it's dusty. So yeah, you've got a bit of sorting out to do.
Oh, thank Harrison that you're here. Then yes, let's get your payment sorted. And he takes you back towards the kitchen, and he takes out. He pays you. Gives you 500 gold. When you get there, Mary says, "Oh, hello, loves. How are you? Everything all right? Oh, you're looking a bit battered. Oh,
Yeah, well, we've taken a bit of a hit, but it'll be fine, I think.
you sure, lovelies?
Yeah, it'll be all right.
Okay.
We'll be fine.
She hands you a basket filled with baked treats.
Oh, that's really kind of you. Thanks very much, Mary.
Thank you.
Well, they smell absolutely wonderful.
Yeah,
Well,
that's
thank you.
lovely. We'll enjoy those later. Thank you very much.
And Callum turns back to you and goes, "Well, I'll escort you out personally. I need to go to the church to get this sorted. I really don't fancy having a cultist rotting in my basement."
No, I would get that.
And at that, Mary goes, "Oh, my lord, a cultist in the basement. Well, Shelley's never going to believe that. I must go tell everyone."
Yeah, Mary, thank you very much for all the things. Thank you for the payment. I'm glad we could help you out on this occasion, and maybe we'll meet again one day if we're back in Drenau.
Yes, of course. I'll escort you out. And he takes you out of the house himself. He makes polite conversation on the way, and he sees you off at the entrance of the noble district. He disappears off to go up towards the church, and you go back towards the guild, I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think we need a drink after that.
What sort of time is it?
It hasn't taken you very long. It was kind of maybe about 11:30 when you got up there, so it's probably about maybe 12:30.
Yeah, spot of lunch then.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Baked lunch.
Good. Yeah. We'll sort some things out over lunch, I think.
Okay.
So you're heading back to the guild, yeah?
Yeah.
You head back to the guild, you go through the usual process of handing your guild request card in, you get your things stamped and signed, or the paperwork sorted out, and you go sit down and have lunch.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so that's another 500 gold in you.
Yes, that's another 500 gold. What type of lunch are you having? Like a good lunch, a really decent lunch?
Yeah, we'll have a slap-up lunch. I think we've earned a slap-up lunch. Whatever's going, we'll have it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, it's 2 silver pieces per head for a good lunch.
Yeah, go.
Yeah. And what are you having to drink?
Be an ale for Ogvar.
Yeah.
Ales all round.
Yeah, go with
Yeah.
that.
2 copper pieces for an ale each.
I was going to take that out of party.
Yeah.
3.
When you get back there, Esther is nowhere to be seen. She's obviously off doing her rounds, saying goodbye to all the people she knows, ready for a journey. And it's the guild is busy, really busy. People coming in and out all the time. People are starting to settle down for lunch. So you find yourself a table, you sit down, you have your lunch.
So what did the lunch comprise of?
Lunch comprised of beef risotto.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
Well, this risotto is really nice. This beef risotto is really nice. This is lovely.
Yes.
And it's a good portion too. I'm really needing that. I'm starting to feel a bit better because I was a bit peaky there for a while.
Yeah, well, it's just very flavoursome. So of course they.
I'm just going to try some for the raven. Just a bit.
Give them
Obviously, not the rice, the meat.
Yeah, at this point, I'm going to take Rowan out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, after being jostled around, I want him out the cloak for a while, so I'm just going to pop him down next to me. I'm going to pop him on the underside of the table. He can hang on the edge of the table there.
Okay, yeah, you leave him hanging.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just going to say, you all right, Rowan? We've had a bit of a rough morning, haven't we, dude?
Yes, and I think it's about time. So this raven seems to be quite attached to me. I think it's time I gave him a name.
Yeah, I think that's a very good idea because it seems to me that you found yourself a friend.
I think so.
I think he's going to be your companion, personally. He's obviously taken to you. Yeah, there you go.
Yes, I'm thinking, talking to the bird. Would you fancy to Murdoch?
Oh, I like that. That's very suitable. No.
Yes.
Okay. So at that, sort of just give him a bit more of the beef out the risotto. While we're here, I'd like to present something to you and see what you think. And I reach into my pocket and pull out the green gem he had in his mouth. I'm going to show it to others. And he's when he tapping on my window this morning, he seemed to have this with him.
Do you know what it is exactly, other than a green gem? Am I doing a praise check on it for him?
Yeah, you can all have an appraise on it if you
We
want.
can all have a look,
Yeah,
can
we'll
we?
all have a look at this. Yeah, I'm curious. Or not.
Nope. I got a 9.
Yeah, I got an 8.
Right.
No, we all got.
So you're all sat there looking at this gem, and this gem, it's green in colour, but it doesn't seem the same kind of green that you're used to seeing. It doesn't look emerald green. It doesn't look like a peridot. It doesn't really look like any kind of gem you've seen before. It is a deep kind of pine green, a Sacramento green, and it is it's really deep in its colour, and although it's tiny, you can see that from the reflection side it's got lots and lots of very fine, delicate cuts on it. So it's very finely cut.
Okay.
You know what, Ogvar? I'm not sure what it is, but it's extremely pretty. You know what? I would be inclined to have it fitted to that ring that you've got, or get it put on a chain or something. It's very pretty. It's obviously...
Put it on your bird. You can
Yeah, I mean,
birds and chains. Sorry.
You could actually make him like a ring tag for his leg. You could get it put into that because it's quite small. It came with him. I don't know. It's just an idea. I'd do something with it.
Yes, I think I will.
Or maybe take it to a jeweller's and ask them to appraise it for you.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Once I know what it is, I can decide what to do with it.
Yeah, I think so.
Many high-end shops in this town, so
Well, there are, yeah, and somebody there will be able to tell you exactly what it is.
yes, I believe Cuin may have had dealings with some of the hierarchy shop.
Yeah, you want to be careful.
Yeah, he didn't
They
speak very
don't
highly.
have look down one's nose, but the alternative is to wait and see.
Nice things.
Esther.
Nice things come in small packages. That's what they say. Yeah.
Okay, just pop it back in the gem pouch or whatever it is.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
So what do you guys want to do? We've had a bit of a rest up now. We've been sat here for about an hour or so, just unwinding a bit. I think we all needed it after that. That was a bit of a strange day. That's the second time we've come across those ruddy Stursdag cultists. They're not nice people, are they?
Stall.
no doubt it won't be the last time we come across them either.
Yeah.
What does anybody want to do? I mean, we said we'd go and... Well, I've got to go and pick my thing up from Leonard. But again, I'm not going to go down there. It gets dark, it's at about 4:30, 5 o'clock here, doesn't it? So I'll go down around about that time, probably about 5 to see him. So we've got a few hours to kill, haven't we? So what is it now, about 1:30 or something like that?
Yeah. I know you were saying about bird food for the bird. You've obviously got this gem now to look at. There's also the book you've got.
Yeah, we could put... Yeah, that's a good... we've also... Yeah, you wanted to go and get... We could go and get your gem appraised. And I've got a book. I've got the book for to take back to the spine mine. There's no point taking that with us down to Selhoff. We're going to have a list of books that she's given us to look out for. But obviously this is one of them, so we might as well just drop that off to her before we leave. It saves carrying it around, doesn't it?
Oh, yes, good idea.
Yeah, and if there's anything that anybody else wants to do, and maybe we can pick some quests up, for the journey down Selhoff, so that we've got something to do on the way that's practical, I think.
Well, yeah, but we'd have to come back to get the money.
No, we can
Well, no, because we can go to the guild. We can take it to the guild at Selhoff.
Okay. Yes, okay, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I reckon that's the way forward. Was there anything else anybody wanted to do? So there's your gem. There's the book.
No, I seem to,
I get the feeling that Sophia will probably keep us talking for a bit, so I don't think that'll be a 5-minute jaunt. And that bookshop is absolutely brilliant. I just hope we don't come... I hope nobody asks for a book this afternoon, because I'm really not up for tussling with another catalogue.
No.
Enough inanimate objects to do.
Yeah, I'll see if I can remember how she got through those bookshelves without going all the way around.
Okay.
Right.
So what sort of district are we in? Not in the posh end, are we?
No, the guild is kind of halfway down. It's down by the more kind of cheaper, more practical shops.
Okay.
I have picked Rowan up, put him back in my cloak. I've given him a little piece of apple, because I've always got an apple in my bag.
Yep, he's happily munching away.
Yeah, cool.
So which can we cut through one section, like maybe cut through the high end down to the spine mine, or is the spine mine first on the way?
Spine mine's the other side, isn't it?
Spine mine's kind of like if you've got the street, you've got the industrial district to that side, to the left.
Mm-hmm.
Where you are, the guild is kind of in the middle of this entire industrial section, with shops on either side of the street. Mm-hmm. The spine mine is like on the other side. It's on Coral Row, which is down the other side.
Mm-hmm. And where's the
so you'd have
posh
to
end of town?
walk up to the top where the barracks are, and then walk back down Coral Row.
And where in respect is the posh
The
shop?
posher ends up by the barracks, so it's up by the entrance.
Okay. So if we went up to the barracks, cut down, find a posh jeweller's on the way through, and then down to spine mine?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so you go walking along. It doesn't take you long, nothing really happens. You're in a city. It's fairly well patrolled by guards. You haven't got much in the way of pickpockets. They don't tend to hang around this area because people with weapons wander around this area. So you wander up to the barracks. It doesn't take you very long, and as you get at the top, you start seeing the kind of posher shops and the jewellery shops.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there any particular one that looks appealing? Or?
There are a lot of shops which are very, very fancy. There's one which has no adventurers on the window. There are a couple of shops which look a little more welcoming and friendly than others.
Okay. I will try one of those.
Okay.
Yep. Is anyone coming in with me, or am I just going to be told?
Oh, I'll come in with you.
Yeah,
What'd you
I'll
say,
just
Kieran?
stand outside, just in case, it's another French bloke.
The shop you go into is called the Golden Standard.
Very nice. So yeah, excuse me.
It's a small shop. There's not a lot on display. It's all mostly by the counter and behind the counter. And stood at the counter is a very, very young child.
Okay.
And as you wander in, she gives you a gap-tooth grin and she goes, "Daddy's in the back, I'll go get him."
Okay, thank you very much.
And she runs off, and she's obviously stood on a stool because she drops down considerably, and she runs off. And out of the back comes an older gentleman. And he goes, "Oh, hello, how can I help you?"
Good day, sir. I've just popped in. I wonder if you could tell me a bit more of this gem I've found.
Of course. So he takes it, and he's obviously got all of his jeweler tools, and you can tell this is a very well-off shop. He's wearing very nice clothing himself. He's not decked out in jewellery, but he's wearing nice clothing.
Mm-hmm.
And he holds up to the light, and he obviously he takes his jeweler's tools, he inspects it thoroughly. He goes, "May I ask where you found this?"
Ogvar is going to...
No, you were given it.
Yes. Ogvar is going to say, "It was given to me by a friend."
Well, I must say you must have some very lovely friends.
Elora's one eyebrow just raises.
I have never seen a gem of this colour or quality before. I don't even know what it is.
Oh.
I've never seen anything like this.
Elora's now frowning. She's going to turn away and she's just going to be looking out the shop window as if she's not listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
He says, I mean, the colour, the depth of colour, it's obviously been worked by a master craftsman. I have no idea whose work it may be, though. I mean, I've been in this industry my entire life, but I have never seen anything like this before.
It's most unfortunate for us both, then, obviously.
I wouldn't be able to put a price on it, unfortunately. I wouldn't want to buy it simply because I wouldn't know what to price it as.
Oh,
to give you a fair price, or...
It was not an item for sale, unfortunately. I just merely need to know
my
it is.
My apologies. Getting ahead of myself there.
No, don't worry. But if you don't know what it is, and unfortunately that makes two of us.
Is it out on the counter?
Yes.
Elora's going to half turn so she's got one eye on this gem on the counter. She's listening, but she's pretending that she's looking at something else in the shop. And quietly, I'm going to detect magic solely sensed around the gem that's on the counter at the moment.
Okay.
Quietly.
You get a faint hint of something, but you don't know what.
If I maintain concentration over the next 3 rounds, apparently it gets
You get
stronger.
a sense of something. You don't know what.
Okay. That's fine.
Okay, so I will.
I'm going to break my concentration on that now.
I will put the gem back in my pocket, and thank you for your time, and I will endeavour to find out somewhere else. But thank you for your time.
No, thank you for showing it to me.
If I ever find out, I will see you again. I will let you know.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Okay, good day.
Yes, good day.
There you go.
So, right, I'm going to open the door because obviously Ogvar's concluded, and I'm going to just step through out of the doorway, and I'm going to wait for Ogvar to come through.
Yeah, I'm coming through the door as well at the
Yeah.
same time. So back out on the street and sort of.
There's obviously a bit of hubbub out on the street at this time.
Yeah.
I'm going to turn to Ogvar and say to him, I'm not sure what, okay, but I've had a bit of a thing with that gem that you've got there. It piqued my interest when he said that he'd never seen something like that before. So that tells me that, well, it's quite rare. So I actually did cast detect magic on it, and there is a faint aura of something. So something with that gem. Personally, I would not let that go.
Oh, no,
I think you either find somebody who can identify it. We have got a scroll of identify that we picked up.
Oh, yes.
We could attempt to identify what it is before doing something with it. But
good idea,
I
but,
just have a feeling that if your Raven, what's his name?
Murdoch.
If Murdoch, your friend Murdoch, has brought it to you, I just think that maybe it's not something sinister. Something, I don't know, something in my bones tells me that maybe you need to do something with that gem and mount it in something. But it would be useful to know how it would be best used.
Yes, I agree. And the scroll of
You don't let
identification is.
You don't let magic items go.
No.
Things like that don't come along very often.
And we have a time, not on the street. It's not the place to do such a thing.
No, and if we can find out, then maybe when you get to Selhoff, you might have the time to actually have something done with it.
Yes, I agree.
Just my personal feeling.
Thank you for your input.
I look at Cuin and just nod.
Yes, I mean, you try and pop it in their little friend there on your, sack. See if he might know nothing, or
You could ask. You could ask.
Could ask
Orland.
Lister.
You could ask Orland. You never know. He's been around a long time.
he seems a very intelligent bag, so he knows.
Thank you, I am.
The
Just
thing
going to give
is,
him a Give him a little pat.
The thing is, things like that can be mounted in jewellery, on armour, on weapons. It depends on what it does. It depends on what it is.
Well, yes. But I will wait till we're off the streets if it's
Yeah, I think so.
if it's
Keep
such a valuable item.
Yeah, keep it well
Do
tucked
you think
away.
you maybe have to have a little look later, Orland?
Yeah, sure. Don't know if I can help, but yeah.
I'm sure you'll try your best.
Are you going to put it in Orland?
Not just yet, because
Right.
it's in its gem pouch, and we're on the street.
Cool. Yeah. Okay.
We'll do it later.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
So, if we looped round towards the
Yeah,
spine
you've
mine
kind
side.
of where the barracks are. You've kind of gone down Coral Row slightly, which is where these jewellery shops are at the top.
Yeah.
And you're actually on Coral Row at the moment.
Should we hoof on down to the spine mine and see Zephyr?
Yeah.
Always,
And
yes.
let's see, she wanted the book. Well, she's given us a lift of books, but this is just one of several, so might as well let her have this back. And
Hmm?
yeah, right. We'll head down to the spine mine then.
Okay, so you get into the spine mine. The doorbell goes as it was. You're greeted by this smell of old books,
And the squeaky
the creaking
floorboards.
floorboards. When you look up, there appears to be a couple more holes in the ceiling than there were before.
Yeah, we're just probably going to eyeball each
Yeah.
other, and I'm going to roll my eyes and go,
And there seems to be somehow even more books in the shop than there used to be. Everything looks even further stacked out with tomes and books and all sorts.
Yeah, Elora's still absolutely blown away with the place. She thinks it's great, even with the holes in the roof.
Yeah.
So we'll wend our way round.
Are you
through
going
the
round, or
books.
are you going to try and remember the shortcuts?
Well, we can have a go at remembering the shortcut, because it took us,
Yeah.
about 20 minutes or something to wander all the way
yeah,
through
yeah.
the bookshop, didn't it?
Make me a wisdom throw.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you can also
Everybody?
you can also make me wisdom throws. Wisdom rolls.
14 minus 1, that's a 13 from Elora.
10.
20.
Oh, nah.
No,
Oh.
a dirty.
No. Yeah, between Ogvar and Elora, you remember which books she pulled out, and you can make your way through really quickly.
Cool.
And you arrive in the where her desk is, and she sat there behind her desk, glasses perched on the very edge of her nose, with the candle lit beside her, writing in her books.
Hello, Zephyr. We're back. You remember us?
Oh yes, it's
yeah, it's Elora.
Elora.
Yeah, that's
yes, and
right.
Ogvar and
Hello.
Cuin. It's Cuin.
Cuin. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello, young lady. Yes.
How are the books behaving?
Oh, badly.
Okay, fair enough. Listen, we're going to be leaving town shortly, but you gave us a list of books that you might be interested in sort of getting back if we ever came across them.
Yes, I did. Have you found any?
Well, as it happens, we did, quite unexpectedly.
Oh,
it
golly
kind of
gosh.
found us, really. So I'm going to take my backpack off, put it on the counter, shuffle through it, pull out the book,
Yep.
and hand it over to Zephyr and say, it's, oh God, it is the, we found the Dreams of Light, or it found us.
Oh,
So
wow.
we thought that we'd bring it
that
to
was
you.
incredibly fast.
Well, yeah, it was a little unexpected. So we just thought rather than carry it around with us, we thought we'd bring it back to you because it's of more use to you than to us, I guess.
Yes, thank you. That is marvellous. Here you go. She gives you 20 gold for your troubles.
Well, that's kind of you. Thanks very much. We'll put that towards some board and lodgings or something. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, and well, seeing as you're leaving town rather soon, here a bit of a gift from me. I do like to hear of people's tales, so if I give this to you here, and she hands you a very thick notebook.
Oh, well,
It is a dark navy blue in colour with silver gilding and carved out leather exterior. She goes, here, if it's just a small gift from me, and don't feel obligated or anything, but I would very much like to hear of your adventures if you ever returned back, and I thought maybe you could write them down for me.
yeah, sure.
Or if it came in useful some other time or anything like that. It's a gift. Here you go.
So is it dark blue leather or is it?
It's a
dark blue?
dark navy leather, carved out patterns on the front and silver gilding.
Well, yeah. I mean, when we get to rest, perhaps we can all add a little bit of something into it and keep our memoirs or something. That might be
Oh,
a
yes,
nice thing to do.
terrific.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Yes, well, I'll still be here. So yes.
Okay, well, we will keep an eye out for anything else, but it might be a while before we get back this way.
Oh yes, no, I completely understand. Well, I wish you luck with your travels and your journey, and hopefully I'll see you again.
Yeah, cool. Okay, thank you, Sophia. We'll see ourselves out. We kind of remembered how to get in.
Oh, not many people do.
Nah, well, there are 3 of us. We all remembered a bit.
Yeah, I basically followed these two. So, yes.
She laughs and basically bids you farewell as you leave.
Yeah, you take care of yourself, yeah?
Goodbye.
Yes, stay safe, you lot.
See you soon.
You keep a weather eye on those books.
Yes, I shall try to.
It's been nice meeting you. Perhaps our paths will cross again, I'm sure.
I'm sure they will.
Right, we'll turn on my heels and
Yeah, okay, and
walk
you
back out.
walk out.
Yeah.
You walk through the bookcases. I'm assuming you close the doors behind you as you go, and you go out the door. There's a doorbell rings, and you're back on the street.
Right.
This whole thing's probably taking you a couple of hours, maybe, just to gently wander your way up and then go in and get stuff appraised.
So it's about 3:30ish, that sort of time.
Yeah, about 3:30ish.
Okay, guys, is there anything else anybody wants to do?
Yeah, I'm fine. I've got everything we think we need.
I am running short on bolts. I didn't bother going to collect my other bolt. I'm running short on crossbow bolts. I've only got about 5 left or something. So I could really do with just getting a few more, I think. So perhaps on the way, if we're going to go back to the guild or something, and just
Yes.
for now, I don't know. Where does everybody want to go? Should we go and find me some bolts, and then we'll go over to see Leonard?
Do you need more arrows?
I've only expended 1. Unless I can buy 8 single arrows.
Well,
I thought you were missing a couple.
Well, I've got to go somewhere to get some.
No, you've only 5 ones.
Well, you've got
Yeah, I've only used
thigh
one.
quivers, haven't you? So you've got quite a few.
Yeah, but it was with the ball. Did you get more arrows after that?
No,
Oh, she's right.
His arrows at the ball.
No, you didn't.
Okay, I might be missing a few. then.
You're
Yeah.
missing 2 arrows.
Two
from
Oh,
arrows.
the
hold on,
ball.
yeah.
balls.
So I keep track on here, don't I? Yeah, I used 3 arrows on the ball
Yeah.
and use 1, so I'm 4 arrows down, yeah.
Yeah. Well, if you're a couple of arrows down and you'd like to replace them, I've got to go and get some bolts. So wherever I get the bolts from, you'll probably get some arrows from there. It's
yes.
ammunition, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
So perhaps we do that and then wander down and see Leonard.
I think that's a good idea.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Okay.
do that. That all right
So-
with you, Cuin?
Yeah, fine with me. I don't tend to lose my stuff because it's basically in my hands.
Well, it's kind of attached on a chain, isn't it?
Yes.
If that goes off, we're going to know about it.
Oh yes, whoever it hits is going to be in real trouble. But
But it'd be funny.
not if it hits you.
Well, yeah, I'm hoping that you won't.
But I'll come along and have a wander along. You never know. I might buy something.
Brilliant.
Gift things. I don't know.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah,
Off we
right.
go.
So,
So where are you heading off to?
Ogvar, you lead the way.
Yeah.
Find me somewhere.
So we obviously need to head down towards where
Yeah, you need to head
Leonard's.
back up and then back down
Yeah.
again.
Head towards Leonard's and keep an eye out because he'll be in the right district for
Yep.
somewhere that sells ranged.
We've burnt some shoe leather today.
Okay.
I might have to get my boots
So
reset.
as you're wandering around, you remember that the Silver Fox isn't too far past Leonard's. If you wanted to go there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nick the Silver Fox.
Yeah, because you went there before, didn't you? And you got with them. Yeah, okay, we'll do that then.
Okay. So you go to the Silver Fox. You walk past Leonard's, and he's still quite busy. There are people rushing around all over the place. You get to the Silver Fox, and it's the same as it was before. There's a little bell on the counter. There's no one in sight. It's got the drop-down window, but you can see all the arrows and bolts in the shop.
Okay, yeah. So I'll ring the bell.
Yep. The old gent, he comes back. He's hello.
Hello. So, my friend and I are in the market for some arrows and some crossbow bolts. Please?
Yes. Okay. What can I get for you? Standard ones.
Yes, please. I still have the ones from the you saw me. Still there for emergencies.
Silver tips.
Yes, please.
Crossbow bolts are a gold piece for 10. He goes, how many do you need? Crossbow bolts wise.
Oh, what sort have you got? Are they just standard? Have you got anything interesting that perhaps that would do any specific damage? Because I'm not a big I'm not a big wielder of weapons, so I prefer to stay out of trouble.
Yes, our crossbow range is still currently under development, but we do have some thunderstone crossbow bolts. Thunderbolts, we call them.
Just remind me what they do, would you?
They're the ones which do sonic damage when they hit a hard target. They don't do physical damage, but they do sonic damage.
Okay.
As they go bang.
Right.
He goes, yes, our thundering arrows our thunderbolts are gold and 5 silver per bolt.
Can I take 10?
Yes, certainly.
Right, that'd be brilliant, thanks. So I'll hand over the...
He pulls out the shelf out of his little toothpick dispenser bizarre system. He pulls them off and he wraps them up in a piece of leather skin and he gives them over to you.
Right.
And he goes, okay, and for you?
Oh, just 4 normal arrows, please, silver
Four
topped.
dollars, okay. 5 silver, 4 of them, 4, 5, 6 gold.
Okay. I'll just hand over the money.
Yep, and he pulls them out and he gives them to you. He just gives them to you straight. He doesn't wrap them.
Yeah. I'll just put them straight in the quiver.
Okay. So it's now about 5 o'clock. You've completed your purchases. You've purchased some bolts. You've filled up your arrows
I
again.
have indeed.
Okay, what are you doing?
That's great, thanks very much. We'll be going now. What do you reckon, Ogvar? I think let's head straight down to Leonard's.
Oh yes, I think he's very keen with rowing.
Right, we'll step outside the shop and back out into the street and head back down towards Leonard's leatherwork.
Okay, so you're heading up the street, back towards the garrison. You get to Leonard's and it looks basically the same as it was when you went last time. You know, there was some lads running around in the stables, a couple of horses down the side of the stables. Open shop again as usual. What are you doing?
Right, well, I'll sort of indicate to Ogvar that I'm going in. I'm just going to kind of point and I'm going to walk straight in, look around and see if I can see Leonard.
Yep. He's got his back to you. He's busy working some leather round by the counter.
Good day. Hi. Leonard?
Oh!
Oh, hi. It's Elora. I've come back to fetch. You remember me from yesterday? You were making the bag?
I remember you.
Cool. I've come to fetch the bag.
Yep, here we go. And he wanders, he walks behind the counter, he bends down and he pulls, obviously there's some shelving there or some other bits, and he pulls this item out and he pops it down the counter in front of you. And it is a solid, very solid looking, hard leather bag, as you've asked for. It's got an open bottom and it's really sturdy. It's got an open top lid as well, so you can flip open the lid. And he shows you and he flips open the top and there's a perch inside. And obviously he's designed it so that Rowan can, when he wants to, he can just drop out and fly off as he wishes.
Oh, that is brilliant. I really hadn't expected that to be. I hadn't really thought about that, Leonard, but that's brilliant because at least I haven't got to let him out. He can come and go and it's got a bit of protection when he comes back. That's absolutely brilliant. He'll love that. And talking about Rowan, I think I did promise that you could have a little bit of time with him.
Big grin splits across his face and his eyes light up and he's like, he gives his hands a bit of a rub and he's like, yeah.
Well, I tend to let him out when it gets dark, although, to be fair, he just seems to like it that way. He can come out in the day, but, you know, for some reason, he's more of a night owl than a night bat, you know, so I'm going to reach inside my cloak and bring Rowan out on my fingertip and give him a bit of a poke and say, come on, Rowan, it's time to wake up, or I've got someone you want to meet. So I shall then get hold of him and hand him over to Leonard.
Yep. Leonard very gently takes him in his hands and he starts playing with him and tickling him and just generally having a bit of a poke and a bit of a coo at him.
I'll reach inside my backpack and pull out a bit of apple that I'd kind of wrapped up because I've always got a bit of apple. It's probably pretty much the only fruit I carry. A lot of other fruit seems to spoil, but apple seems to last a bit longer. And I'll hand that over to Leonard as well, so we can offer him something
yeah,
sweet.
He takes it and he offers Rowan some apple, and he's just generally having a whale of a time. You can see kind of like this childlike glee in his eyes as he's like, you know, petting and fussing this little tiny bat.
Cool. Well, I suppose I'll spend a few minutes looking around his leather workshop at all of his other stuff while he's having fun with Rowan and give him a bit of time, I suppose.
Yeah. you spend maybe a good 10-15 minutes just looking around the shop, and when you come back towards the counter, he picks up the little leather case in the one hand and he kind of flips the top open. He just drops Rowan inside, and Rowan grabs onto the little bar and he hands the entire package back over.
I'll gently take it and I'll put it. Is it kind of will it strap to my belt, or is it like a cross strap?
It's been designed to strap onto your belt.
Yeah, cool. Right. Well, I'll attach it to my belt and sit it on my side. I'm gonna sit it on my my left side. Sorry, no, my right side. I'm gonna have my daggers on my left. So I'm gonna sit it on my right hand side in this particular instance, and just flip the cloak back over it and say to Leonard, "Well, that's just grand. Thank you so much for making that. It's brilliant. It's just brilliant. It's gonna do him fine, and it'd give him a bit of protection if I take a bit of a knock or something. It would just give him a little bit of protection."
He nods. He goes, yeah. If you ever need anything else, just come back straight away, and we'll get something sorted.
Well, that's cool, and yeah, we probably won't be in Dranau for too long, but I'm sure we'll get back here, and when I do, I'll come and see you.
Wonderful.
Thanks, Leonard. Thanks for everything.
Bye.
See ya. Take
Bye,
care.
little bat.
And we'll just wander out.
Okay.
We were gonna head to the guild, maybe. Were we?
Can do.
Yeah, I think. Yeah. So what time is it now? It's around about 5:30, something like that.
Yeah, it's around 5:30. It's starting to drop dark. You've kind of got dusk is settling in, and the lights are just starting to be lit on the streets.
Right. Yeah. Well, I think after that point we were going to head back down to the to the guild, weren't we?
Yep. Okay.
Cool.
Right. So you head back down to the guild. It's fairly uneventful. It's a nice, pleasant. It's actually quite a pleasant evening. The clouds have actually cleared off for once, and you can see the stars in the sky just appearing. And the moon's starting to kind of peek over the horizon, and it's quite a pleasant evening. There's a slight sea breeze you can just smell kind of blowing up the street, and yeah, it's a quiet journey back to the guild. You get in there, it's quite lively again. There are some people sat outside this time, and a couple of tables outside, enjoying the kind of relatively nice evening for Innistrad. And it's just the kind of usual. I take it you're going to be ordering meals and.
What do you fancy? Have a little drink and a bit of food.
I think that sounds just grand.
Oh, yes,
I take it. Has Rowan flitted out? I tap on the thing and say, "Come on, Rowan. If you really want to keep up this night thing, it's time for you to go and get yourself some grub. We're having our own."
Yeah, he kind of drops out with a bit of an indignant squeak and then flushes off outside the door.
Cool. Okay, so I'm going to open the door into the tavern and wander in, and if Ogvar, do you want to go and get the drinks in and just order me a really nice meal? I really fancy another slap-up meal, because if we're going to think about heading off maybe in the morning to Selhoff, it's a bit late to go tonight, then... yeah, could do with a really nice meal, because I'm not quite sure what we're going to get out on the road.
Okay.
Yes, well, don't forget we'll pay for out of the joint coffers, and don't forget we've got to see Esther.
Yeah, well, she might be back now. Can anybody see her? Anybody see Esther?
No, I haven't
Siesta.
seen her. I
Sorry.
can't see her quite yet.
He said siesta.
Siesta. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Yeah. Okay. Can anybody spot Esther?
No, I suppose we could have a look, and she, invited to join us for the meal if she's here.
Well, why don't you two go to the bar and get things sorted out, and I'll go and see if I can track her down.
Oh, yes, but do we buy a drink if you don't know she's here?
We'll just get her one. She's going to turn. She said that she'd be back, and if she doesn't, well, I'll drink it.
Okay. Like that again, is it? Right.
So I'll just go off and look round the tables and look around, see if I can see Esther anywhere while these are...
Okay, make me a spot check.
Spot. I should remember this. What was my spot? That's a 21 all in.
Okay. Yep, you don't find Esther. Esther finds you.
Oh.
As you're looking round trying to see her, she walks up behind you and she pops her hand on your shoulder and she goes, "Oh, hello there."
Oh, hi, Esther. Have you got what you needed done today? How are you?
Yes, it's been quite an interesting day, I suppose. How's your day been?
Well, yeah. Well, yeah, we've been a bit busy. What have we been doing? What did we do? What was the quest we did, for crying out loud? What the hell did we do? Oh, I know what we did.
We had to go and clear out that.
Yeah.
Basement.
Right. Oh, hi, Esther. Yeah, we've had an interesting day ourselves. Gosh, it's been a bit. Yeah. Well, we took on a bit of a quest, which wasn't quite so straightforward. Up in the Noble district, and we had to go and drop a book off at the spine mine that we'd got for somebody. Been and bought some more ammunition, bolts and crossbows and arrows and things like that. And yeah, we've had quite a bit to do. Oh, and I got this for Rowan, and I'm going to just show her the pack and say, look how clever. I got it from Leonard's Leatherwork.
Oh, you went to Leonard's. Oh, yes, he's awfully good with his craft. He is, yes.
Oh, he's a really nice guy. Look, he even put like a gap in the bottom so that
wow, yes.
like Rowan can let himself out, which as you can see he has actually done. And I'm going to open the top of the bag and say, look, it's empty.
She laughs and she goes, well, let's hope he doesn't come back smelling of mead this time.
Oh, I wouldn't put money on that. He's been a bit wayward lately. I don't know. I think he's just getting to that awkward stage, a bit of a teenage phase.
She laughs. She says, oh, well, should we get a table maybe? And you can tell me about this quest you had to do.
Yeah, cool. The guys have gone to the bar. They've gone to get some food and drink ordered. I think they're getting you a drink. Do you want me to get them to order you some food?
Oh, no, don't worry about that. I've already eaten.
Oh, okay, that's fine then. We ordered, I think they've gone to order you a wine. I think that's what you had last time, wasn't it?
Yes. Quite partial to a little tipple.
Cool. So I'll make my way over to a nice table in a corner, like a nice sort of niche in a corner.
Yeah,
and
she follows him and she slides into the seat. And she goes, well, you must tell me about this quest. It sounded awfully interesting.
Yeah, well, like a lot of these things, it doesn't always pan out quite how, well, I don't know what we were expecting. But, yeah, it turns out that some Skursdag cultist was hiding out.
Skursdag?
Yeah, not a nice person. I mean, she had a cackle from hell,
Oh.
But Ogvar put paid to that. She didn't last very long. We dealt with that.
That's rather odd for there to be a Skursdag cultist in, well, I suppose but especially in the Noble district.
Yeah, but she'd been living in the basement. God knows how long she'd been there. Yeah, God knows how long she'd been there.
How did she get in?
Well, I have no clue. And I think the property might have been possibly empty for a while. I'm not exactly sure of the whole backstory, but the owner, he had no clue that she was in the basement. They just knew that something funny was going on there. And then there was some kind of sentient candlestick that Ogvar shut in a drawer, which was actually quite inspired.
Oh, that's one way to deal with it, I suppose.
Yeah, and then there was don't get me started with the rug. There was some kind of tapestry wall hanging thing that, well, it grabbed me, then it grabbed Ogvar, it's grabbed Cuin. It was a nightmare. Just don't even go there.
Oh, well, that sounds rather
We had more trouble with the tapestry than we did with the cackling witch in the corner. No. I just want to put this behind me. Just want to get a drink.
Oh, yes. Okay, so Cuin and Ogvar, you've gone up to the bar. You're getting drinks.
Yeah.
What type of meals are you getting? You're getting good meals.
Oh, yes. Ogvar.
Hello.
Elora is. She seems to be likes to play little practical jokes. I've got a bit of a thought.
Well, sometimes you're not quite so practical, is it? Quite a hairy business with the topiary hydra.
Yes, yes, but she, it's not the first time she's done stuff like that. So, and I have my suspicions about back in the, Gloomcrest. What do you say? If what are you having? You're having a mead?
Ale. Always ale for me, thank you.
Okay. Well, we'll have to double check on this. But how about we put a little spot of something in her drink? What do you reckon?
Well, when you roll, I follow your lead.
Okay, well, yeah, there we go then. But this time we'll make sure that we know which one it is. I'll have a mead. You, Esther's probably have a wine, and that's two ales. But we'll make sure. I'll carry Elora's, and you can carry your own, obviously.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So can we have? Can we have 2 ales, a mead, and a wine, and a double shot of whiskey, please?
Could we possibly order some food as well, please?
Okay, so that one comes to, so it's the old adventure behind the bar again. He goes, 2 gold, silver and 5 copper.
Okay, there you go. Uh-huh.
So he slides on the bar and he slides your two mugs of ale, a mug of mead. He pours a glass of wine and then he puts a little shot glass of whiskey.
Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to pour it into the ale that I'm carrying back.
Okay.
And Ogvar obviously has got his own, and Esther's wine. So we're going to head back to them. Okay. Here you go, Elora.
Oh, thanks very much. Yeah, I'm a bit
Enjoy.
thirsty. Yeah, marvellous. Yeah, pick it up and take a sip. Do I notice anything odd?
Make me a appraisal check.
Praise. Well, that's a 14 all in.
Okay, with a 14, you notice there's something slightly off about the taste.
I wonder what kind of ale this is. It's it's a bit different. I'm going to shrug my shoulders and take another swig.
So I take it you're sitting down. Esther's there. She goes, "Oh, hello, you two."
Hello, Esther. How are you?
"Oh, I'm wonderful. How are you?"
Well, we're now much better now we're out of the basement of that family. I cannot remember the name
It was
of.
a manor, wasn't it? Of some description?
It wasn't a massive place, but he was a very pleasant young man, wasn't he?
Well, he was certainly more pleasant than his occupants below stairs, yeah.
Yes.
So I heard that you had quite a rather nice shot on her, I believe.
Oh, yes, it's one of my better ones, I think you would call it.
I think you could say that she ended up a bit tongue-tied.
Oh, sounds interesting. As
Yeah.
you're talking, a young girl comes around with the plates of food and she puts me all in front of you.
Oh, that looks lovely. What is it? What is it? I don't know. I'm hungry. It looks kind of thick and stodgy. That'll do nicely.
Okay.
That will coat the inners. Well, nice layer.
Esther takes a sip of her wine and you just have a general chat over time. You can make me a constitution save.
Yep. I'm about halfway through it now. Constitution. Oh, straight con, isn't it? Oh, fuck. That's a 10. All in.
You're tipsy.
Oh! Right, okay, yeah. Oh, well, this is a lovely meal. God, I'm enjoying this. Things are looking up. Feeling good.
It was a bit bothersome down in that tapestry. Why is it that whenever we fight actual animals, humans, we do pretty well, but as soon as it's an inanimate object, we have trouble.
Well, I think it might be something to do with the fact that at one point or another, one of us was always entangled in it, and you can't very well go waving that flail around when the likes of your comrades are entangled.
No, you know,
I dare say if we weren't in it, it wouldn't have lasted half as long.
No, that's true. I mean, you did try with your axe, but...
Well, I like your optimism. I'll go with that. But you know something? There is something I have remembered. I don't remember searching to see if she had anything useful, because she was obviously a magic user, and for me, that's pretty bad.
The point, I think we did.
Oh, well, never mind. We got all those potions and stuff out the cupboard, so I guess we've had more than fair payment, haven't we?
Yeah, that was a nice little bonus, that, wasn't it?
Now take another swig.
Yep. Make me another constitution save.
Okay. That's an 18 all in.
Yeah, you're fine. Well,
Well,
you're still tipsy, but you're fine.
Well, this is quite a stodgy meal, isn't it?
Whatever. Oh, yeah, because we hadn't eaten, did we?
Okay. So the evening goes on and you all finish up your meals, you finish up the last of your drinks. Elora, you've had no real effect from any of the alcohol you have consumed, knowingly or unknowingly. And what would you like to do?
Anything left to do before we
What
turn
time
in?
is it? No, it's got to
I would imagine we've been sat there a couple of hours eating a meal and drinking and talking to Esther and whatnot.
It's early evening, it's about 7 o'clock-ish.
Go and check the board if there's anything to take from the morning.
Over to you on that one.
Okay. Well, maybe before we go to bed, there might be a late night job come in. We could maybe.
Just for the podcast listeners, Elora's microphone is gradually sinking and she's getting lower in her seat.
What is that? We can be using it.
Yeah, give me that. Cool. It ain't getting any lower now, is it?
Okay. Shall I start again?
You can. Right, go for it.
Or maybe it's worth checking the job board before we go turn in for the night. There may be some jobs, and if we don't get it tonight, it might be gone by the time we get down in the morning.
Well, I'm assuming that we've kind of completed most of what we have to complete here. I think we've exhausted the information. Esther has said goodbye to who she's saying goodbye to, so I'm guessing that we are pretty signed, sealed and delivered that we're going to leave in the morning to go to Selhoff.
I think so, yes.
Yeah? So do we want to pick up a couple of quests that maybe are out that direction? That's probably...
Cannot hope.
If you don't mind me saying, dearie, it'd probably be worth picking them up in the morning. You see, when the guild stuff get in, they refresh all the quests in the morning, so it might be well worthwhile doing that in the morning.
Well, that's a fine idea.
Yes, but obviously we will look in the morning, see if there's anything on the way to Nephalia. Yes.
Well, I think that's just logical. That makes sense, doesn't it?
Yes, that's fine. I suppose we better go
Well,
and have if we should we have a nice early start,
well,
or do you want to do something?
well, I think that I think I just might have another bevy. Sit here for a little
Okay.
bit while longer, and then I'll have an early-ish night, and then refresh and ready to go for
Okay.
tomorrow.
What do you want? A drink, or do you want a cocoa, or?
Oh, do you know what? Cocoa might be nice.
Okay,
Just
well-
sit here and have a nice, quiet cocoa to wash everything down.
I'll go and fetch. What about you, Esther? Do you want a cocoa?
Oh, I wouldn't say no.
Okay, I'll go and get 4 cocos. So I'll go up to the bar and I'll go, excuse me, can I have 4 cocos, please? No alcohol this time, but just the 4 cocos, please.
He dips his head and he goes, three gold for cocoa.
Okay, there you go, young sir.
He takes it and he says, I'll get it sent to your table.
Thank you.
We sat at the table. Are you staying here tonight, Esther?
Oh, yes, I am. I've tidied up my business. I've finished. Now I've been around town today. I've said goodbye to the people I know and the people I'm familiar with. Picked up a couple of bits for the journey. Got myself a bow.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, Esther, that sounds interesting.
Yes. It's in my room upstairs. But yes, I thought it might be worthwhile.
I take it you're proficient with a bow then.
Well, I'm sure I'll get there. I
Seem to be proficient with most things.
I do have a decent knowledge of the bow, but I haven't really used it in quite a while. But yes, yes, very very curious as well. I popped up to the church again today just to pick up a couple of final things and sort out a couple of bits. And I met a pair of ever so nice people, and they'd come to deliver my grandson Florent. They'd come to deliver his belongings to him from up in Gavany, and I struck up quite a conversation with them. They were awfully nice people.
Oh, were there a lot of belongings? Was it like it must have been quite a large cart? I mean, did he have much stuff?
I bet there was some spare pants in there.
Laura's going to laugh.
What do you mean, dearie?
Well, when you always travel, you're always going to bring a few spare pairs of pants.
Anyway, moving on.
Yes,
Yes, you don't want to go, commando or anything like that.
my dear, that is not a thought I wish to think about.
Well, surely that'd chafe a bit on that armour.
Yes. I know, that's what I'm saying. You don't want any leather burns.
I'm not supposed to be here.
Could be most awkward.
Well, you have got some of that oil. I suppose you could grease the inside of the armour.
Right, that is plenty. Thank you very much.
Oil investment. Oh. Oh dear. Yeah. So, how much furniture did he have? I mean, was it one cart, several carts? I mean, it must have taken a while to get down with all of that.
Yes, there was quite a considerable amount. I never knew he was so invested in his fanciful coloured doublets. Honestly,
I suppose it was, some of the stuff would have been for the.
Oh yes, there were supplies for the church
and the other two.
Mobs, yes, Callie and Robert. But no, I was quite considerably surprised by the amount of clothing he brought with him. Yes, I wasn't expecting him to have so much stuff really. They told got into conversation with them obviously, and they said they'd travelled down from Thraben via ship. The wind cutter they called it.
Oh, it didn't come by land then. It came on the ships.
No, it came on the ships. I believe one of them was an ever so lovely cleric, I believe he was, and the other one had taken up a contract to guard the cargo, if I remember correctly.
Oh, right. And what ship was it? Did you say?
The wind cutter.
Oh, I think I've passed that. I've never been on it. I've passed it.
I'm not sure. It doesn't sound like one of Casper.
I don't know. I don't think it's one of Casper's.
Yeah, but he's got a few. He's not just got the one yet. But yes, I've never heard of it. So
well, I know that. I've been on most of his boats, but I don't think that's one of his. It's a fast boat. I mean, Casper has got some like that, but it's not one of Casper's.
First bulk. Hang on.
Yes. I believe they were staying over at the church overnight, and perhaps we'll see them in the morning when they come to, or maybe we'll see the other one when he was dressed in awfully bright colours.
Oh.
Okay. But he was hired to look after the cargo, so we might see him tomorrow morning.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Well, that's interesting. So at least Florent's got he's got all his gear now, so it's all installed up at the church, is it?
Yes.
When you say we might see them in the morning, you intend to go to church in the morning?
Oh no, I meant for the young lad. He took up a quest to guard it, and obviously to collect his reward, he'd have to come here in the morning.
Of course.
We may see him, may not. I mean, you're not going to miss him in a crowd.
Oh.
Seems not.
You say Thraben. Yeah, gaudy coloured. Okay. Interesting.
Well, yeah, maybe maybe we won't. We'll see when we all surface in the morning, and the plan is to move down to Selhoff. Is that all good? Well, make our way down.
Of course.
I mean, it's not Selhoff we're aiming for. We're going past there, but we're going. It's kind of the next stop on the way, I think.
Yes, of course.
Oh, cool. Okay, well...
the morning's not going to come any faster sat around here, so I think I'll make my way upstairs then.
Do we have to pay for rooms now? Have we booked in for rooms or not?
That's a very good point.
I don't think we paid for rooms yet.
Yes, I've already booked out rooms for all of us. You've been ever so nice, buy me some drinks and some food, and I've got to chip in, I've got to do my bit.
Well, that's absolutely smithing of it. Thank you very much. I suppose we'll might as well see each other in the morning.
Yeah, you guys can go ahead. I'm just going to finish my cocoa. It'll only be a few minutes. Won't be far behind you.
She pulls the keys out of her pocket and she gives you each a key.
Oh, thank you very much, Esther. That's very kind of you.
Okay, I'm off now. Sleep tight.
Yes, I'm just going to go up and take on my armour and check my armour. The helmet seems to be okay at the moment, so...
As Esther turns her back and walks away, I'll say, yeah, sleep tight, don't let the vampires bite to you as well.
She laughs. Yes, very funny. I presume you all go up to bed, you finish off your cocoa.
Yeah.
Ogvar gets up and pushes his chair, and just as he's pushing the chair, and like kicks a couple of bird droppings across the floor that Murdoch's left behind the chair. So yeah, does that, and well, I'll see you in the morning then, Elora.
Oh yeah, good. Well, good night. Good night, everybody.
Yes, good night. Sweet dreams, you know.
Laura will go up to her room, but she's going to leave the window open a crack
Yeah.
in case Rowan decides to find his way back.
Okay, we'll leave it there.
The team travel back to the guild to register completion of their contract. The ranger restocked on arrows and, accompanied by Elora, visited a jeweller's to acquire an appraisal for a gorgeous little green gem gifted to him by his newfound feathered friend. Sophia at the Spine Mine was a quick stop for our sorceress, and Rowan's new hideout was collected, with Leonard having a lovely time playing with the furry familiar. With the day all but done, it was dinner and downtime as we left our companions.
Thank you for listening to our podcast. Having you as a listener means everything to us. So, whichever streaming service you choose to listen to us with, please give us a like, subscribe and follow. We would love for you to join us on our Facebook or Twitter page, where you can catch up with all of our latest news. While you're waiting for the next episode of Secrets of the Silver City, why not pop over to our website, where you can read all of the information about this campaign, from backstories to setting. All of the links are in the bio of this episode. Join us again next week for the next instalment. Thank you for listening.